in the last probably year to 8 months because there was so much negative press about USC football. So I felt like as a fan, I had to go out here and just try to speak some truth to the world about what was really going on in LA and what Lincoln Riley was really cooking. So I've just been putting out information for the last about 8 9 months, and we're coming off a beautiful program changing win against LSU. So it's just a couple things I like to talk about. First off, this is a video of myself after the game, man. Nothing but pure emotion. Who else was feeling like this on Sunday? Tell me in the comments if you were feeling like this on Sunday or you have seen this video on Twitter. Thanks for P on Twitter. That's the Twitter account. But basically, I want to tap into a couple things that I've been going on the Voice of College Football with my boy Tim and Matt. Last couple months, about 2.5 months, I came on there and I said I expected 10 plus wins from us. And it was really based on coaching. It was based on my trust in the coaches when we didn't pick up somebody in the portal. I know Suggs was in the portal. I was kind of mad at that at the time that we missed out on Javar Suggs, who actually ended up going to LSU and got stumped on Sunday. But I knew that this staff was so intelligent that there was a reason why we didn't spend $1 million on one of those D tackles. It wasn't, and we see on Sunday that it wasn't needed. It was something that wasn't needed. We had what we needed to compete against one of the best teams in the SEC, in my opinion, and the best offensive line in the country, which people now are saying is, not as good as they're supposed to be. But whatever. Nonetheless, you guys know how shit goes with SC. But I predicted 10 plus wins. I also went on the show Voice of College Football with Tim and Matt prior to, I guess, the week prior to the LSU game, after I watched the On Us video from the USC football program, because I played the game. Like, I was recruited. I played the game. I've been around a lot of coaches. I was coached by a college grade in high school. You can tell when a coach knows he has a good team. And you can tell when the players know they have a good team. And after watching that video, and after listening to Miller Time talk about the team, after listening to Jamil talk about the team, Kamari talk about the team, the confidence that Greedy Vance had on the video, all those dudes, like, I was like, you know what? I believe we're going to be different. But after hearing it from the people really inside, I completely knew we were going to be different. So I went on Voice of College Football. I predicted prior to going in the game that I was feeling more 11-1 than previously the 10-2 that I said, which I put out the 10-2. I essentially did this on June 8th. I did a little thread, 10-part thread, 10 reasons on why I believe USC will win 10 games this upcoming season. And I mean, if you want to check that, you could go on the Twitter. Thanks for P. And see it. So this is on June 8th. I got on the call with them. I was predicting that it was going to look like more 11-1. And now, really, when I saw the schedule in June, I truly felt like we could be a 12-0 team based on the coaching and based on the talent on this team. Going into the LSU game, I'm not going to name any names, but there were USC fans that were saying LSU had more talent than us. I went on a limb and said, this is simply not true. USC was a more talented football team than LSU. Point blank. Do the research. Say whatever you got to say. We were the more talented team. They had the better offensive line. That is what I will say as well. But after this game against LSU, I am feeling. I said 11-1. This could be a possible 12-0 team. And it's early, so I don't even have my 10 yet. So I could be wrong, but I don't believe I'm going to be wrong. And one of the points I had making was watching that game, man. You have a PI on Jacoby and a PI on Deuce. Deuce is 6'6", fast, length, great ball skills. Even though he did, drop a couple last year, but you can see now, like, this was confirmation that the dropsies on Deuce is done. That's nothing we have to worry about. I don't feel like that's a concern going to his second year. Jacoby, I haven't if you listen to Big Ten Media Day, Kamari Ramsey literally sat there, and I think he was having a conversation with Kelly Orr, and he said he's never witnessed Jacoby Lane drop a pass. So we haven't witnessed Jacoby Lane drop a pass either in 2 games. So I don't expect no drops coming soon. And I think Jacoby Lane is going to be a problem. We've been talking about it all summer. He's clearly going to be a problem. Our receivers are going to cause major issues. We have every type of receiver that a room could have. We have 6'4", 6'6" lengthy guys. We got 5'10", 5'11" speedsters. And we got guys in the middle like a Kyle Ford, like who's about 6'3", a little heavier, little more physical of a receiver. We got Kyron Hudson with the disgusting grabs. You know, a lot of these kids are Cali kids too, man. We always talk about recruiting. We always talk about building the California wall. Like, the country should be very scared. I will continue to say it. The country should be very scared. The defense was not even as good as it's gonna be. The touchdown that Lacey got was an extremely difficult catch, man. He was drifting in midair out of bounds and got 1 foot down. And Achille was in position. Like, he could have easily picked that off. I think he mistimed, when he wanted to go up and try to contend the pass. And, that's a great wide receiver. But we had mistakes, man, on defense, and we still looked unbelievable. We had a couple guys run into each other. We had a couple times they got behind the zone and got some points. And we got gashed a couple times on the ground as well in that third quarter, fourth quarter. But man, it was an amazing time. The offense, right side of the line needs to strip. I was very proud of those guys. You were in a loud environment and in a dome. I believe there's only a couple false starts. Maybe, yeah, I think there's only a couple false starts. I think Elijah Page was fighting. That's going to be a tough job for Elijah, but I'm very proud of him. I think he's going to do a good job all season long at that because he's only going to get better. I mean, this is a redshirt freshman. He's only going to get better. The offense, I could give the offense a B. You had, and there's a lot of LSU fans. There's a lot of people around the country saying LSU lost the game because they had 10 penalties or 9 penalties for 100 yards. Those false starts and all the stupid stuff they were doing, that's on them. Like, nobody forced them to do like that. That was their problem. If you don't understand that there's a rule now where if you're in the neutral zone, you can't move. Now, in the neutral zone, that's closer to the football than, when you're right by the ball, you can't do it. That's a rule that everybody's going to have for the entire year. So y'all can say that they lost the game, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, we were better coached and we were more locked in as a team, and our guys performed better and just out physically and beat you guys up. So that's what happened. There's no really excuses that could be made there, in my opinion. SC, had a couple opportunities. The Hudson catch, then the late hit out by one of their DBs, that was a touchdown. But that's a great play to the LSU DB. I give him credit for that. That could have easily been a TD. You had the screen that I think Miller actually underthrew, and Jacoby got that pick call when Jay Fair was about to catch the ball. So that was another one that went down, and then Zach, man, on that kick return. I think if Zach just heads to the left, he probably takes that one back. But they have a extremely athletic kicker that was able to square up and make the tackle on Zach on that kick return. But great game. Anthony Lucas, Jamil Muhammad, Gavin Meyer, Nate Clifton, Bear, Kobe, Pepe. Everybody answered the bell that I've been talking about on Twitter for the past couple weeks. We were doubted. We were called soft. They said they were going to run all over us. Y'all guys stepped up, and you're only going to get better. This is the standard. This is the SC standard. And I'm so happy that we played this difficult game against a difficult opponent in the first game of the season. Everybody's all off season, is complaining, SC is scared to play these teams, blah, 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 blah. I want to play Notre Dame every year. I don't care. I want to play these teams every year. I don't know if I want an SEC opponent in week 1, that is kind of insane to have a SEC contender in week one, but throw them in week seven then, like or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody is scared. Nobody was scared of any of those teams on the schedule. We all knew those were all beatable teams if we got the defense right, and the defense is right. So I think we're in good shape. Um, and yeah, man, just an unbelievable performance. I'm trying to think if there's any. Oh yeah, so this is what I wanted to say too. I had this LSU football fan right here talking about. Well, actually, this is not the tweet, but there was a tweet about how everybody would have to readjust their expectations after this game. And the world thought that we would have to readjust our expectations of LSU because USC was going to lose this game and USC was a bunch of surfers or whatever. Yeah, you guys were messed with the wrong fucking surfers. But I mean, that's old news. We know that now. I knew that now. We've been knowing that. So essentially, um, man, I said I was feeling more 11-1. I'm a stick with 11-1, 10-2 right now. But this is an excellent team. I want to know where you guys feel about this team right now, and how successful you feel like this team could be on both sides of the ball, and down the line of the season. It's gonna be a long season. I'm gonna be putting out some content, here and there. I'm gonna try to do some different things. I have some ideas and some videos. I'm gonna have a much better setup in the next couple days. I gotta buy a new table and whatnot. I have a PC because I've streamed and I've had YouTube channels in the past. But fight on. Y'all take it easy, enjoy it, and greatness is back, baby. Let's get it.